EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Motion man is Schwartz. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's May. There's a short one caught by Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 4. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing here is May. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. 4th down, here's May. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Call that a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Isaiah Pacheco, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Aubrey good with the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And you look at this Saints defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Here's May. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll throw with May. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They go play action now. May. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
To the air, May. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll run. Achane. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Devon Achane with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's man. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here's Allen to throw it. Flushed out right. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Allen.
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Pats will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. On play action, May. They'll roll him out right. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. From the shotgun, May with it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw, May. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. When you look at the Saints defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Adnan Mitchell, his first touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And how about this? Here comes a reverse. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. May going to bat this one forward. He'll get this to about the 38. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Running right, here's Achane. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not. And he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They're going on 4th down. May. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. From the gun, it's May. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Saints will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated. And got his man complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead.
But this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here comes a reverse. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 11. Flush to his right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Option handoff now to Achane. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's May. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
To throw, it's May. Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Throwing here is May. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Saints will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. To the air, Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And again, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10.
To throw, it's Allen.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Patriots will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Allen going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. The tight end in motion right. Here's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for the Saints. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Toss right side to Pacheco. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Isaiah Pacheco with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. Now they'll change things up. To the air, May. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. On play action, May. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw with May. That's caught left side by Neighbors.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Looking to throw, May.
And his throw here's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here's May.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
They'll go. Achane.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
67 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing now is Allen. It's caught. Mitchell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Allen to throw it. Being chased out left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Allen now looks to throw. Escaping the press. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the shotgun, May with it. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. From the gun, it's May. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now back to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. From the shotgun, it's May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. 42 yards. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is down to 24.
Next to score, Saints 38, Patriots 14.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Running left to give to Pacheco. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Allen.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. And the Pats are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Throwing here is May. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
To throw, it's May.
And that will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
They'll try and throw for it with May.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Pacheco gets it and tries the left side.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
To the air, Allen. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Allen.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he first shot, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Allen going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Patriots are going to have it here just past the 25.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Open man downfield is Johnson.
And out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Achane once more. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Achane hit, and the ball is held. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And Allen is actually going to throw it here.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Allen.
Lets one go downfield for Pierce.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. They'll throw with May. Throw caught by Achane.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself,
and that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz,
a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Patriots take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. They're going to try to throw for it.
And my goodness, another interception. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So Allen's going to look to throw.
And going deep downfield for Boykin.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now Allen. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. That is caught. 20, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they open the lead up now to 25. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Anthony Schwartz with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Patriots get a bit closer. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Saints add 6 to their lead. Aubrey good with the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace where the other offense are going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel.
And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. We're going to throw. May. Flushed out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for New Orleans, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves